Thank you for the invitation to take part in the Network Readiness Index 2022 at the University of Oxford. I am very sorry not to be able to be with you in person, but I would like to share some thoughts and some comments on your work. We have now today the last day of the Web Summit here in Portugal. For the last 4 days, around 70,000 people have been sharing ideas, sharing plans, and changing the world. And everybody who changes the world are by nature optimistic. And that's what we see here in Lisbon over the last 4 days. In technology that will change the world, but it's not only a business. It's a business followed by and accompanied by concerns about the environmental impact and concerns about the social impact that the new revolution will bring to communities, countries, and the international community. When we think about the way that we've learned and that we act on the environmental revolution, on the environmental change, and the way that we responded to it, we have lessons to learn. We knew the United Nations for the first time mentioned climate change in the 70s, and by the end of the 1980s, we knew that climate change was a reality. There was science, there were reports, and we had the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. But then we spent 35 years debating if science was science. And now we have to do what we could have done very easily and with time. We have to do it now in a rush. We have to change 150 years of economic structures in about 15 years. We should not make the same mistake with the digital transition. We should learn from our mistakes on the environmental change, and we should sit down, all of us, you who are changing the world, the people that are here in Portugal taking part of the Web Summit, governments, international organizations, trade unions, businesses, and civil society organizations, to make sure that we understand where the digital transition is taking us, where this fourth industrial revolution is taking us, and make sure that we are able to give the answers that we need to give. We should not wake up one morning and discover that the world has changed, and then we have to rush to give it answers to it. We have time, not much time. You are changing the world very rapidly. People here at the Web Summit are changing the world very, very rapidly. But we still have some time to take care of the impact of what you do. We have time to prepare for a new curriculum at universities and schools. We need time to prepare for the social security instruments and public policies that we need to be able to answer the impacts that digitalization will bring to society. We need time to make sure that business and trade unions are ready for this change. So I urge you to sit down with governments, with NGOs, with business and trade unions, and with international organizations, and help us understand where we are moving to. Help us understand what the changes are and how can we prepare to be able to, when it comes, and it will come soon, we'll be ready to welcome it. Thank you so much for your attention.